all day today. And I was like, oh no, we're supposed to be cute. To go in there and throw something on, I was like, oh snap. My husband's
It's
like,
okay. This is as pastel as I'm gonna get right now.
yes, look at you, repping Dallas. Okay, hello, you guys. Good night. Good night. That didn't sound right. Anyways, good afternoon. We are on day 2 of Spirit Week, and we're gonna go over all things customers today. So if you are somebody struggling in that area, tonight is for you. So pull my chat up so I can see it as y'all come along. First things first on customers. I want to make sure that y'all know that the most important thing when it comes to getting customers is that you are first your own customer. You need to be your own customer first. And what I mean by that is that you need to start using your products. Everyone got a starter kit whenever they got started. Your starter kit had some product in it, okay? Whether it was coffee, whether it was gummies, no matter what it was, it had a product of some sort in it. So use it so that you could tell people what it tasted like, what it made you feel like. Even if you're not wanting to lose weight, you can get some skincare products or just try one gummy, just one gummy out of the bottle so you can tell them what it tasted like. But you have to be a product of the product first, you guys. You have to have some sort of a testimony, because otherwise when people are coming to you to buy from you, they're not going to trust you. If you can't use your own product, why would they buy it? I mean, I know that would be my thought. Like, you're telling me you don't use your product, so why would I trust it? I don't know. Why aren't you using it? What's wrong with it? That would be what goes through my head as a customer. So make sure that you're doing that. And your results, you guys, take before and afters. Before you start the product, and then a week later, and then a month after, because your results is what's going to sell. Your results will sell before any other before and afters out there will sell. That will get them every single time. That's how I do my upsells, is my own personal result. So that leads me into my next thing. We want big VV, big BV, okay? I don't want, listen, all orders are good orders. 30 BV, I'm thankful that God sent 30 BV into our business. That's great. But we want to run to promotions. Do you want to get money for your family fast, or do you want to get money next Tuesday? I mean, you want to get money fast. You want to get money this week, not next week, not in a couple months. So focus on big volume, okay? Always, always, always go for the upsell. Always. And don't talk one product. Talk packs. Like, the beginning conversation should be a package. So that's 2 products, not one product, 2 products. Even if I tell them about one product, so even if I make a Slimmer post and they comment, when I give pricing, in my pricing message, it has a package. It says, you could get the Slimmer for this, or you could actually get the full pack, which is going to give you way better results for this. So always be talking packages and then upsell that. Different things are going to upsell with different products. So if you're talking skincare, you can message your enroller to see what upsells to use. We have pre-made upsell scripts in our scripts. Tank top. Yeah, that is how you say that word. Anyway, scripts, we have them in our boards. My mind is all over the place tonight, you guys. Anyway, so excuse me, we're a little more blonde than usual. But anyway, so we have those pre-made up upsell ones in our boards for you guys to use. But if you ever can't think of what can I upsell, do what's pre-made in there or reach out to your upline. And the best thing to upsell is products that you're personally using. My favorites right now is the aloe. That is the best upsell product ever right now, y'all. That is hot. Okay, aloe, for me, and this is just a mindset thing. If you're ever thinking you can't sell something, it's just your mindset. But for me, the way that my mind is right now, I feel like aloe is kind of hard to sell by itself. But to upsell it, I upsell it almost every single time. Almost every single time. It's a really easy upsell. Everybody wants gut health. My other go-to, I always give them 2 options in my upsell. My other go-to is the cold brew, because I drink that every single stinking day. Every single day. And I always say, do you want this and this, or do you want either or? So you can get some big BB. The reason for that also is they're going to get better results. So it's not just money centered, like we want all the money. We do want all the money. I want all the green. Give me all the green. But it's also going to give them better results. And if they're getting better results, what's going to happen? They're going to tell their friends they got really good results. They're going to be posting on their Facebook. They're going to be like, what did you use? Well, I use, the Slim and Trio plus this girl's coffee and her aloe. Well, what's up? I need those same exact products. So you're not even having to upsell at that point. They're already getting the same exact thing their friend got because their friend got bomb results. So it'll just kind of duplify in that way. So always make sure you're going for the upsell. You're being a product of the product because that's going to help you be able to upsell, and you find some favorites. It's going to be easier to talk about products, easier to upsell if you play around with our products. Try a little bit of everything. Dabble your hand in everything. I think the only stuff I haven't ever tried is like the stuff that has apples in it. Like cleanse, we ain't going there. Gummies, we ain't going in there because I'm allergic. But everything else, I've tried it. If I ain't allergic to it, I've tried it. Even if I didn't like it, that way I could tell people. And whenever people ask me about certain products, if I don't like them, I'm honest. I don't like them, but you'll like this. So be able to tell some personal testimony for that as well. The other thing I was going to mention is retention with your already customers. So once you sign them up, keep good retention. Okay. I've gotten off of this all of 2023. So I've got to get back in the game for myself as well. But I used to do like on the 15th of every month was my customer follow-up day. I'm going to get back to that, and I'm probably going to make it one big Zoom unless it falls like on my Sabbath, and then it'll be the next day, the 16th. But one big Zoom mid-month to be able to just get on here, share some scripts, follow up with our customers, maybe flip some customers into distributors. They make the best CTs, like what we were saying last night. But you've got to make sure that you have good customer retention, because if you're just getting them in to get a quick sell, to fill a bonus or whatever, and then you're not making sure and loving on them to make sure that they're getting the results that they need and that they're loving their products, then you're missing out. They're going to turn their auto off. People know when they're being used for money. So you have to care about your customers. You have to check in, help them get their best results, give them instructions on how to use their product if they didn't tell you they got their pack in yet. And love on your customers. So make it a point to do that. And if you're not available the 15th of every month, another good thing that used to help me for a while is I would plug it into my calendar. The second I signed up a customer, I would go 2 weeks out, put it in my calendar on my phone. So I would get a reminder to say, hey, did you get your package? It should be there by now. That way, if they don't message me, I'm reaching out to them. And then I would go another month out for right before their auto's supposed to run so that I could reach out to them. So I used to do that too. Gotta wait. Y'all, my customer game, when it comes to customer retention, it has not been the best. I'm just going to be honest. 2023, it has sucked. So I'm going to have to get back on that. But those are things that helped me in the past that you can start putting into place so you can have some good customer retention. All right, Terry, I'm going to let you share some customer tips.
Okay. Hey guys. So, I also had, like, on my notes, I had talk about the products you're using. I don't care if you can't afford a whole pack. You can afford one product. You can afford one product. Like, it's a business expense, basically. You can run your business off of one product. I don't care if it's the Thermofite X or the gummies, taking 2 a day. Just commit to using at least one product. Obviously, the more you have, the more you can say you're using and the more BV you're going to be getting. But you can also start with one product. So I just want everyone to just get that in their minds. Okay, what product do I love and do I obsess over that I can make $1 million off of? Because you really can. You really can. So, and just like expand from that. One of my tips, and I know we're going to go over our tips to how you can find these customers, but one of my tips is going live and telling people, okay, I'm feeling chunky, I've overdone it, you know what, like I started out good, then I got sick, and then I, whatever. Be transparent. People want to see real. It's okay if you haven't lost 50 pounds, at this point, but just be transparent, go live and tell people, hey, you know what, like this is what I'm going to be using, bam, 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 this is how I'm going to use it, super simple, works with my schedule. And you will notice that without you even telling them like, hey, hit up my inbox, blah, blah, they'll be like, oh, what's that? Or like, hey, I saw your video. I got so many messages telling me I saw your video on this. What are you using? What are you using to lose weight? The other thing is, let me see. I know we're going to get into how to find these people, but again, like I said yesterday, people will buy from you when they feel like they need it. If they don't feel like they need it, they won't buy. So I don't know if you guys have had these conversations with potentials where you're like, hey, are you ready to order? Hey, I'm helping with orders. Are you ready to order? And they're like, hey, yeah, I'm ready. Wait, what am I ordering? Have you ever had that? Okay, so a tip that I like to do is I go back to the message where they replied to me asking me for information, or you know how we ask them, hey, like, what's your goal, blah, blah. I replied to that message, okay? In my message thread, I replied to that. And then I put, hey, I'm helping with orders today. Are you ready to get started with your slimming gummies? Or are you ready to get started with the slimming trio? Are we still getting you started with this? I think that was one of my follow-ups from last week that got me a customer for the slimming trio. I literally replied saying, hey, are we still getting you started with these? And she's like, hey, yes. So just keep that in mind. People, if they're confused, if they don't even know what you're following up with them about, they will not purchase from you. And some of you might have to like reevaluate the way you're following up, because it might be just that little twist in words that you have to do. The other thing is customer retention, like Becca was saying. Okay, like we said yesterday, God will not bless you with more of what you're not taking care of. Okay. And so the moment that I said, I'm going to start taking care of my customers, I'm going to check in with the ones that have been ordering or that I saw their auto shipment go through, I'm going to check in with them and see how they're doing. Then the customers started flowing in. And I was like, okay, God, I hear you. I know it's probably because I haven't been taking care of them. I am committing to taking care of them from this day forward. The people that come in, the people that don't, I'm going to commit to taking care of them. And you will notice that little shift. Maybe it's your confidence. Maybe it's the way you're speaking to people after you make that commitment, that you'll start noticing a little change. And the other thing I want to say is I feel like we've gotten so spoiled with boards and scripts. Okay. Like, you should not freak out if somebody wants information over the ThermoFade X. You really shouldn't. You should not freak out if you're like, oh my gosh, what do I tell them? First of all, girl, it's all on your website. all the information's there. Okay. But second of all, it gets easier to talk about it if you're using it, right? Yes. Christine's like, yes. Yeah. She's like me. Girl, it gets so much easier to talk about products when you're using it. And it's like when you're using a product, you'll notice that everyone wants what the product you're using. And it's easier to talk about it because you're like, hey, so I'm using it for this. This is my goal. I take it at this time, you know, this is what it's done for me, and I know you're gonna love it. Literally, like, so simple. And I'm gonna encourage you guys to stay away from scripts. They're good to have if you're like super busy running an errand or whatever. And I'm actually like, this was not planned, but I will play you guys a little conversation I had with a potential from, I think she was yesterday. Look. She reached out to me. I think I had put a gummy stories post. She reached out to me saying, I want to try your gummies, but I'm a little scared they aren't going to work. Do you see, wait, hold on. Do you see all these voice messages? Back and forth. I've never talked to this girl in my life. She reached out to me. Okay. I instantly replied, hi, Lorena. Okay, so let me just kind of talk to you a little bit and see where you're coming from. So the gummies, what they specifically do is that they shrink your fat cells and slim your waist and hips by inches. So that's primarily what they do. And then like when you use them consistently, they can also reduce your BMI. So you could lose weight with them. But more importantly, they're geared towards inch loss. So like slimming down. Are you looking for that, or are you looking for something that's more like weight loss too? So she replied instantly, and it took me back.
I'm looking for, I mean, I don't know the whole thing about inches because I never really paid attention to that. I've just always been, for now, since I had my kids, a freaking certain a size. But I'm looking to lose weight and stuff, but I know I got to put the effort as well as to exercising and stuff.
Okay, I'll just pause it there because it can go on forever. But I ended up telling her, okay, what you're going to want is this. Like, wait, hold on, where to go? I'm like, what you're going to want is this. Okay, slimming trio. I'm like, right now, what everyone's asking me for is this. It's the best deal that you can get right now. And you would get the gummies, this, and this. This is how you take it. Like, there's literally no scripts here. If you guys see that, no scripts. I'm not saying not to send them, But do you see how it's much more personal that way? And it's not like me just sending a script and them reading it and maybe leaving me on red. Because if I send a voice message, it's more like, oh, okay, not everybody voice messages you back, but when they do, there's a connection. Okay, so she said, yes, I want it. I got to get paid on the 1st. And on the 1st, for sure, hit me up. I'm going to hit you up. We're going to get started. So that's just a little bit of like an insight of like behind the scenes of what I do. So it's not all scripts. It's a lot of conversation. And a lot of times it's even better to do it that way, or even a phone call. You can even offer them a phone call. And when you get them on the phone, what's your day like? Like, what's your day like? What do you do? You know, are you working? Are you at home? You know, like you will. And if anything, put together a cart of products that you talk to them about, and they can just delete or edit the cart at the checkout. Okay. So like, that's just an example. But customer retention, like Becca said, set an alarm or like something, a reminder of like 2 weeks past whatever the day that they ordered. That way they can tell you if they received it. Because I always tell my customers, please let me know when you get them. So a lot of times I'll get messages saying, hey, I got my product. Do you guys do that? If not, you should. Yeah. Let me know when you get them. That way I can walk you through using them. And I'm going to I'm going to advise that and I need to do this too, whenever they receive their product and you get that text message, offer a phone call. Okay? Have that friendship with your customers and be like, hey, do you want me to call you so I can explain how to use them? You'll be surprised how many people are like, yeah, can you? Like, yes, can you? So I can know. So, and a lot of times if you're like, what the heck did this person even order? Because I enroll a lot of customers. So I'm like, okay, what did this person order? I forget, or I'm running errands, or I'm about to leave. I'm like, can you send me a picture of your product? I just tell them that. Can you send me a picture? So they got it. That could be like a story post too for you, like saying, oh, my friend Rebecca just ordered her product. She just received her product. You know, it gives you credibility. But what I was going to say is the retention part of it, have communication with your customer. But also, this leads me to the next part, eSuite. How many of you, I mean, you don't have to answer, but like you got to pay for your eSuite. This will give you the back office reports over who's using the products, who's ordering products, who has an auto shipment set to go through. Check your customer auto shipments, because nothing is worse than an angry customer coming to you and saying, why am I getting charged? I didn't want this product this month. Why am I getting charged? Even though I tell them, hey, we signed you up with a subscription and give you the best deal, it does automatically assume you want to stick to the products every month. But I'm gonna, just make sure you're checking your email so you don't get any surprise charges. That's what I tell my customers. And but you'll be surprised how many people don't realize it. They don't pay attention to their email, or they don't see it. So make sure you have that auto shipment like report that you can see, and you can only see it if you pay for eSuite as a business owner. You can see it and you can message them before it goes through. This is retention. Message them before it goes through saying, hey, I see you have an order set to run on this day. This is what I'm seeing is going to get charged. Do you want to add anything, or do you, how are you feeling with your products? If they don't reply back, it's on them. At least you tried and you messaged them, okay? But if they do reply, then you can either prevent a customer order going through that it was gonna, be an angry customer, or you can upsell them at that point, saying, hey, remember when we talked, you told me you just wanted the gummies, and that next month, like this next month, you wanted to add more, like the rest of the products. Do you still want to do that? It gets you more volume. And a lot of times I feel like we're following up with customers, potentials. They sign up and we're like, okay, they're in. It's like, dude, your job just started. Okay, like you just finally got them in your storefront. Don't give up on them. Okay, I want to say, other than just like doing the, hey, take pictures, instructing them how to use the product, that's pretty much it that I have right now.
Okay, perfect. So something before I ever open my mouth that I just want to point out, again, I pointed this out last night. What y'all are about to hear me say, it's really going to show. We're so different. We're still the same. We're still the same, but we're also so different in some of the ways that we run our business. So I just want y'all to hear that, and that it's okay. It's okay to do things a little bit different. So I'm a little bit opposite from Terry. I like my scripts. Okay, mama be busy. It's easy to boom boom send. Okay, I ain't got time to pick up the phone all the time. They ain't gonna be able to hear me with my toddler on my hip screaming. No, ma'am. I like voice clips to make it a little bit more personalized, maybe with the upsell after I have their information. But I like my script. And I've also been burned a few times by some customers that called in and said, shouldn't even tell me. It's back when we had 3 months, which I'm not going to open my mouth, but just know that we're going to want to get back into habits like this for some of the things coming. But anyways, it was back then, and they were like, she didn't even tell me I was on subscription for 3 months. And then they were like, ma'am, do you have proof that you told him? Because otherwise, it's coming out of your check. And I was like, I got screenshots for days, dude. So I stick to my scripts, especially when it comes to telling about the pricing. I'm like, Mama got the receipt. Okay. So I like scripts, but I also do love voice clips for upselling and being able to follow up. Okay. And that leads me into how to have some good customers. So, number one, follow up. Okay. I will follow up with people the same night whenever I go to write them down in my follow up notebook. I follow up with them that night. Then I follow up with them the next day for a 24-hour follow up. After that, I do the follow up Friday. Follow up with them that following Friday, payday. After that, they get monthly follow ups. And I'm going to show y'all in a minute how I organize my follow ups. Everybody does it different. There's no perfect way to keep up with follow ups, just whatever works best for you and your brain. I also don't always stick to scripts when it comes to follow ups either. I do like going off a little bit. And so I'll send a voice clip sometimes for follow up, or what I've actually been taught recently by Rachel Wiggum, which is one of the top income earners in this company, is she and her team, they will literally hit that FaceTime button to follow up. That's a little bit scary. If you're somebody, for me, even I was like, butthole puckered, like, I don't know about all this. What do they answer? And I don't know what to say, okay? But whatever, boom, boom, send. It's one of those glass ceilings I just have to be able to shatter if I'm going to get to the next, level of the business that I want to be at. And if I can do it all day long with distributors, I can do it all day long with customers too. So pick up that messenger and hit the call button. If you're not comfortable with the video, hit the call button and call them on the phone. When they answer, hey, this is Becca, and I was just checking back with you because I have a couple of discounted spots available, and I wanted to see if you're still interested in hitting those weight loss goals. Whatever, boom. Either yes, they are, or no, they're not. I had one girl answer one time, and she was like, I can barely hear you. My kid is screaming. I'll call you back in a minute. And then I never heard back from her. So you're going to have stuff like that happen where they can't talk and you catch them at a bad time. But pick up the phone because that girl hadn't answered me. She had been ghosting me for months. I called her and she answered. Okay, she may not have returned my call, but she answered, so I know she's reading our chat. So I'm gonna keep following up, and eventually, even if it's a year from now, she's gonna buy from me or she's gonna be a DT because I follow up till you're dead or you literally just block me or tell me to piss off. So I follow up forever and ever. Amen. Okay. So this is my follow up method with how I keep up with it. Go get you one of these. They real cheap. They at the dollar store. It's just literally just a notebook you can write in. Just got lines. Nothing fancy. Get a composition notebook. They're like what 89 cents, or they used to be, probably up because of inflation, but they're real cheap. Okay, go get you one of them. Keep it by your bed, friend. Keep it by your bed because you will forget, and then you're like, I don't want to get out of bed and write people down. That's stupid. So keep it by your bed with an ink pen, and every night before you go to bed, reach over, grab your little handy dandy notebook, and write the people down that you talked to that day about products or about the business. I'll write down the date that I talked to them, their first and last name as it appears on Facebook. I talk to them on IG or text message or TikTok or whatever. I write that out beside their name so I know where I need to go to follow up with them. And then what they're interested in. PTDT, or was it, the Slimming Trio, or was it skincare? What were they interested in? That way, when we have hot sales, I can go straight to those people that were specifically interested in that because I know what we talked about. Anyways, write them down in your notebook. Then as soon as you write their name down, go do same night follow-up. Write their name down, message. Write the next name down, message. Okay. Then the next day, when you go to write names down, look at who you wrote down yesterday and do a 24-hour follow-up with those people. Then you can tuck them away until Friday, follow up with them in here once more. After I follow up with them that Friday, I mark their name off. That's why y'all can see a bunch of scribbles. So they all marked out. After I mark them out of this, I then transfer them over that Friday to my binder. She's beautiful. I need a new one. I need a thick girl, okay? Need a thick one because she keeps busting. but it's got 30 tab dividers in it for the days of the month. Okay, I know some months have 31. I don't care. She's the 30th. 31 doesn't exist. I didn't want to buy a new thing of tabs. Okay, they're uneven, and that drives me nuts. But 30 tabs. They're all the days of the month, the 1st through the 30th. If I talk to them on the 2nd, they're going to go behind the 2nd tab. If I talk to them on the 5th, they go behind the 5th tab, so on and so forth, okay? I write them in my binder the same way that they appear in my notebook. So here's my binder. Y'all can see at the top, it says June 2018, and then we got some names. I highlight them off whenever they join. I scratch their name out when they block me or they tell me to piss off or they're dead. That's it, right there. And when I say forever and ever amen, I mean, you see June 2018? Those people still getting a follow-up in 2023. Hello? I don't care if they hadn't responded back to me since 2018. I'm still in your inbox, beep, beep, toot, toot. Because listen, Candace, I'm looking at her right now. I followed up with her for years, okay? And she just joined me the other day. Okay? Madison is my sister, but I've, touched base with her about the business till she turned 18, and then she joined me. Joni, I think it was like 15 months for her, and then she joined me, okay? And I'm pretty sure Diana joined me after I followed up with her about the coffee for a few times, but I don't remember how many times I followed up with her. 2 months? 2 months or 2 years? 2 years? Twice. I don't know what she's saying. Peace out. I don't know. 2 years, 2 months, twice, something, 2. Okay, for Diana, it was 2. But anyways, I've had people that it's literally taken me from the time that I first started this business, and I knew Candace before I started this business, so literally like 2018 on her. So she's one of those 2018 people. But they will eventually join you. Okay, don't give up following up with people just because they leave you on red or they ghost you, because you have no idea whenever the cards are going to fall. People's lives, like I was saying last night, changes every 90 days. We have some sort of a life change. Somebody's sick, your finances got dropped, your boss is doing layoffs. Something's always happening every 3 months. Okay, we might have a new pandemic in 3 months. That ain't gonna happen. I just knocked on wood. But anyway, you never know. That's my point. What's gonna happen, especially in today's world? You just never know. And so maybe they're not in a place where they can afford the weight loss products right now, or they can afford to start the business right now. Maybe mentally, they just know that if they start it, they're just going to fail because mentally they're not there. Okay. That's okay. So we have got to stop not following up with people because we get our feelings hurt that they leave us on red or don't answer back, or they always tell you not right now. Or no, if they just say no, that's a not right now, okay? Unless they literally say, please take me off your list, please don't follow up with me. They want you to follow up with them. They just don't have the money and they don't want to say that, okay? And I'm telling you that from experience, 6 years of experience, and I know that that's the truth because I've had it happen a million times. Listen, it's not you. It's not on you. That's a them thing. They are not ready. But when they are ready, you want to make sure you're the one staying in their inbox, because otherwise they'll forget about you, because hello, life happens. If you're not staying there and there's how many people in it works, somebody's going to pop on their Facebook and sign them up because they're ready, but they forgot who you were and you didn't stay plugged in. And then that's really going to burn your butt. Okay. I've had it happen more than once where I skipped a month of following up with somebody and then I seen them join somebody else. And I was like, I know this heifer did not just let me follow up with her for 2 years. Join somebody else. It burns your butt. Okay. But it's your fault. It's your fault. If you leave something in your cart on the Target website, do you not think they're going to email you 21 million times until you check that cart out? Same thing with Amazon. Do you not think Amazon's not going to be like, beep, beep, toot, toot, you got something in the cart, you still ordering? Hello? They will every single time. It's the same thing. Only difference is that they pay people behind the computer screen, be sending them emails out boop, 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 all the time, and we are doing it ourselves. That's the only difference. That's it. So you're not annoying. Every company in the history of companies does it, you guys.
Yes. I just wanted to add really quick. One thing that I've been wanting to get into the practice of doing more is asking people if they have like something that they want to lose weight for. You know how a lot of people are like, my birthday's on that day, or like I'm gonna go on a trip, or my daughter's quinceañera's coming up, like I have a wedding coming up. Note those things down next to their name. You never know. And when you're doing your follow-up, hey girl, 2 months left till your wedding. Are you, do you want me to help you get those products ordered? it gets more in the, it's not like you're using it for leverage, but just remember, we are here to serve people. Okay. We are here to help them. We're here to help them lose weight. We're here to help them grow out their hair, whatever they got going on. Okay. We're here to serve them. And we're also here to just like help them with their goals. And you got to see it as that. Otherwise, you come off desperate and you're coming off as somebody just signed up right now. You know, like I just need to feel like I'm not broken. I've been there. Okay. But we need to just come into the place of, I'm here to help you out. You said you want to lose weight, and I'm doing my due diligence with checking in with you because you had a goal. Okay. If you need to make a little list of like weight loss challenge and actually make it a challenge and a list of people that are interested, be like, hey girl, I have one more spot left for my challenge. If you have to visually see something like that in order to make you feel a little more like, not legit, but you know what I mean? Like, okay, I actually have spots open and I have 2 spots left. You know, do you want them? But yes, I agree on the whole, like everything Becca said, it's just right on. We just have to really like get into that. And it's a muscle, you guys. Talking to people that are potentials, customers, and following up, it's a muscle. A lot of you guys that are on, like, yeah, you know, you all joined from a follow-up or a video. I know Christine reached out to me after a live video and she still questioned it there. And then one of my old girls, I remember, commented on her comment that was like, oh no, like, yeah, Terry's great. You know, she'll help you out. So, and Rose Up was you also were, you know, follow-up. We were all like somehow a follow-up. So just don't forget to do your follow-up. Okay. I'll shut up.
I was a 1 in a million. I can't be on the follow-up game, but I know it works. Okay. I know it works. I was a post game. Okay. I was like, I seen somebody post. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Same day. You ain't got to follow up with me, girl.
And
Anyways,
so how many,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, how many of you see Becca's follow-up system and you're like, dang, I need to get my shit together because I don't have a follow-up game. Okay. Good news is a lot of you have not been in as long as we have. So you'll have plenty of time to get your system down. And so Becca has that whole write it on a, you know, that's what works for her. She writes it down on that notebook and she transfers them all into a binder. And she has follow-ups, or she has people written down since 2018. I have them written down, but they're somewhere in all my planners under my bed. Okay. So that's where I'm like, oh, okay, Becca, like that's a really good follow-up strategy. You know, I really like that. For me, what I'm doing now and what's working for me right now is I actually, I do my inbox cleanup and then like I have people written down like this and all these people have signed up. Okay. Like I just have them written down, but I also have my planner where it has like day by day, you can see a whole week. And then it has like, it's upstairs, but I have people written down that I talk to for the day. And my advice to you guys, and I told my team this, have 10 conversations a day. Commit to yourself having 10 new conversations a day. Okay, about the business, about the product. I don't know what else. But
our #1 income earner does not go to sleep at night until she's had 10 new distributor conversations a day. And I know tonight's about customers, but it's the same thing. If that's what you're struggling with, get you a system like that.
Yes. So if you're like, okay, I don't have a follow-up strategy, borrow Becca's follow-up strategy or create your own, but it all comes down to the same things, writing people down that you talked to today so that you can see, because sometimes we feel like we're working a lot and we really only had like 2 new conversations. Okay, so the money is in the inbox. It's in people, like the conversations you're having, how you're attracting people to you, how you're giving them information. So make it a goal to have 10 new conversations a day. Okay. So that, writing people down, checking in with them, following up. So I really like Becca's strategy with the whole, like, I write them down and then I follow up with them before I go to bed. And I follow up with them tomorrow because I go back and I see my list. So that's a really good best practice. And you can do it whether it's a planner and you have people written down, just go back to the day before. Just have it written down. Okay, I have to do this. Because Becca, I don't think she has that written down in her task list. I think she just remembers to do it because it's just a practice she has now. So sometimes it's just a habit we have to pick up. But when you get a good follow-up strategy down, stick to it. And it'll be like second nature. You'll just remember. So yeah, that's what I had on that. Thanks, Becca, for your follow-up stuff.
You're welcome. So, and it doesn't have to be that. Like, if that's too much for you guys, because I get that's extra. Like, I've even heard people like, I use a planner, girl, that's a lot. So I get that's extra, but that's just how my brain works. Like, I'm always running around with kiddos, and I've always got somebody screaming, and I feel like if I had it in a planner, I would forget about somebody and they'd fall through the cracks. So for my brain, that's how it works. So if you work differently, then that's okay. That's the beauty of this, is that we all, tinker a little bit different. One thing I do want to add is that if you get a no, stop letting no be the end of it. Even though it's a follow up, you followed up with them and they said no. No's not cool for me. I don't get no's. Sorry about you. I'm about to offer you to put up a host post for me, because if you ain't buying, you can at least post on your page. We have a script for that in boards too, you guys. We got a script for everything. Okay. Get them to put up a post for you. So then you're at least getting some new leads that month that they don't want to order. The other thing I was going to say is for tips on getting them. So host to post, make sure you're sending the thank you message with your host to post after they post for you, so that you're offering them the products there again. Host to post for like products, those do really well too. If you can have them put your own personal results up, that's good too. But if you don't have before and afters, you can share somebody else's. Or if you don't want to share yours, like I use somebody else's too, and I have my own. But it's just whatever's working. There's tons of different ones that are working really well right now. The SLMR and TFX and Gummy system, that's what I'm using right now. That's what I'm running with. And so make sure you're sending the thank you message though, because it offers it to them, even if they're posting the giveaway post or whatever, just like I was saying last night. And then going live, I think Tara mentioned that. Go live, use the product. Y'all, the best live you can do right now is if you can use some fat fighters. This gets people to ask questions every time. Okay. Get you some fat fighters, get you some veggie oil, get you a wine glass or some type of clear cup, and put a little water in it, put a little oil on top, crunch up a fat fighter in a pill crusher, sprinkle it on top, and let them watch it eat the fat. It's like a demonstration for the fat fighters and how they work. And it always gets people's eyes, like always. They're like, how can I do that? What is that? And then that's the perfect opportunity for you to be like, listen, you're not going to lose a ton of weight with the fat fighters, but if you truly do want to lose weight, this will help hold you accountable for your cheat meals. And this is what I have that can help you lose the pounds you're looking to lose. And that's the perfect way to get an upsell plus a package order all in one. So do the lives. You can also do lives of you like doing your makeup. And then before you do your makeup, wash your face with our cleanser and talk about the cleanser, and then do your makeup while you're doing a get ready with me. You could do a live of you making your coffee and just talking about your day. So it doesn't have to be product centered where you feel like I'm going to have to know everything about the products. And what if I mess up and I give the wrong information? It could just be you using the product, visibly showing them, hey, I'm using this, like put it in their face, and talking about your life. But do some live. And that's the same thing in stories. I do a coffee chat every single day on my stories. Every single day, I pick up my phone and I hit the hands-free button on Instagram, because that's where I record from. And I record myself making my coffee and talking about my day. Sorry if y'all are hearing background. I've got a toddler right beside me. She just came in my office. But anyways, so record yourself using the product. That way people are seeing you being a product of the product on your stories every single day. Plus you're talking in there every single day. I highly encourage that. The other thing I was going to say is make sure, can you shut that door? It's already in here. TV loud. Anyways, the other thing I was going to say is boosting your own post. Do what? Okay, as long as she's quiet, she's good. Sorry guys, mom life. Anyways, boosting your old posts. So go back through and boost your personal post that you had up, and boost your host to post that you had other people to put up for you. If you have a tap link, you can do a link in bio thing and just have them shoot you a text if they don't want to comment. The other thing I was going to tell y'all is TikTok and Reels. You could take those like Telegram videos of people making their coffee or the smoothies or whatever. Okay, you could take that color right there, and you can use them for some TikTok. So just put some trending sound over the top of them, add some words to it, and then you already have videos for TikToks to use for products. Or you can, create your own with you using it. But do TikToks and Reels as well. Message the likes on your post about the product. on Instagram and on Facebook. Facebook messaging likes for me isn't that great, but Instagram, that's where I get my IG customers from. It's a lot. Story views, you could swipe up a message for story views. The cold message is hot right now, you guys. And if y'all want the one specifically that I'm using, I'll send it to you. It's in our boards, you guys. But it is hot right now. I send the cold message to 50 people a day on Facebook and 50 people a day on Instagram. I was only doing 30 and 30. I've upped it to 50, and I'm getting in conversations. The 10 she was talking about, I'm in at least 10 new customer conversations a day from that message. Are they all signing up? No, but I'm getting leads and potentials from the cold message. So if you're not asking, people aren't always going to come to you. Sometimes you have to go to them, and that's okay. I don't know. I hate to bring her up because I know she's not with the company anymore. She's moved on to other things. But if y'all know who, or any of you remember Jade Hooper, she was a huge cold message person, and she built her way to ambassador off of cold messages. So stop being afraid to ask people. Stop. Anybody ever gotten a random text message from like Launch or another company and you have no idea how you got like put in there? It's the same thing. Like, we have no idea how we got put in there. I get messages from other companies all the time. Hey, do you want to be in my book party or whatever? It's the same thing, you guys. They're not annoyed. And if they are, they're just jerks. Screw them. Move on. Thank you. Next. We get mean people all the time. So do the asking messages. The other thing is messenger parties. Reach out to the people that's put up a host post for you before and ask them to do a messenger party. Maybe you'll send them a free thing of the coffee to try if they'll host for you, or if you sign a customer from their part or from their thing. But do the messenger parties; those are a great way. The other thing is to do a post-it. So take them along for a journey. If you're shooting for a goal right now, who all's Ruby or above on this thing? Lifetime, right? Anybody? Raise your hand. Ruby above. Okay. If you aren't Ruby yet, your goal should be to get to Ruby, which means that you need to map out how far from 2,000 volume you are. And you need to divide that by whatever package you're going to focus on. So if you're going to focus on the Slimming Trio, isn't that like, well, how much is that? Is that 60 or 70?
60.
60? Okay, so take it and divide it by 60 volume. That's going to tell you how many of those orders you need. Get you some Post-it notes. Put it on your wall or on your mirror or something like that. Take you a selfie in front of it, or just take a picture of it. Post it on your Facebook and tell them, hey, I'm shooting for a huge goal. Listen, I can't tell y'all what's coming, but I'm going to tell you, I want to see you all at Ruby, because I will literally cry if y'all don't get to Ruby, because you have to be there for what's coming. Okay. Get your stuff together, people, before the first of the month, and figure out what you need to get to Ruby. Okay. I have a huge mouth. It's so hard not for me to tell you guys, but just trust me.
Shut up, Becca.
No, figure out what you need and get it posted and start taking people along for that journey right now before the first of the month. This is my Post-it notes. Every time I get a customer, I'm going to pull a Post-it note off for you guys, and I'm going to do it live on my stories or live on Facebook or whatever. Every single day, even if you don't get an order, update it. Be like, hey, I still have 13 orders.
If I get an order, take the freaking thing off. Like, if any of your team gets an order.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on next month?
I can't tell you.
No, we can't say too much, but I don't want it to be the first of the month and you guys are hearing these announcements for April and then you're like, okay, I need to go talk to people. Like, no, you need to have that urgency now so that when that day comes, you already have potentials and conversations rolling in. Like, we're just telling you, like, we're trying to prep you this week so that you know, okay, we talked about distributors yesterday. We're talking about customers today. It all comes down to having conversations and finding new ways to talk to people. That's what it comes down to. So if you have 200 friends on Instagram or 200 friends on Facebook and you haven't messaged them all about product, opportunity, or host to post, what are you waiting for? And also grow your network like crazy. You're going to want to be in front of everyone. Okay, like everyone. You want to be the person they come to when they need to lose weight, when they need to grow out their hair, when they need anything. Like, you want to be the center of their attention. Okay, so just like Jessie Lee, I don't know if you guys follow Jessie Lee. I love her. But Jessie Lee Ward, she's so loud. She's like, you're going to see me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You're going to open up YouTube. I'll be right there. I'm going to be everywhere. I'm everywhere. Okay, you want to be that person. You need to be that person. Stop overthinking. When it comes to customer conversations, they're all the same. Normally, they're all the same. These are the products I have. They tell you what This is what it does. Does that sound like it's gonna benefit you? They're like, yeah, it does. Okay, this is how much it is as my VIP customer with my discount. And blah blah blah. I'm placing orders. Do you want me to help you get an order in? Don't overthink it. It's literally just here, yes, here, yes. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, like literally super simple. But I just want you guys to know, like, we're trying to set you guys up for a really successful rest of the year because, okay, let's commit. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you're committed to working through the whole entire year. No quitting, no sitting on your ass and doing nothing, no giving up on your family's goals and financial dreams. Like, take quitting off the table right now, okay? Take quitting off the table right now because you're going to want to be here for what's coming, okay? And if you're not here, someone else is going to have the fruit of your labor that you're putting in right now. I'm just telling you that right now. And if you don't want to sign them up, I'll sign them up. Like, they can come to me. Y'all can send them to me, but I'm just saying. Okay, I'm done.
So yes, make sure that you are running as fast as you can. Listen, I know that sometimes it feels repetitive when we're posting our story and we're posting our walk and we're posting how many orders we are away and this and that and something else. And sometimes you feel really annoying and you're like, people are going to stop watching. When you start feeling like that, that's the enemy. Push harder. Go post more. Go post again. I don't give a dang if you just posted one that day and you're like, gosh, it was so annoying. Nobody's interacting. They're done with me. Absolutely not. Tell them to shut the heck up and go put up another post. Like right that second. Absolutely not. I want y'all to be so freaking like I want y'all to feel like you're pestering the tire out of people. But listen, it takes people like 5 to 7 times of seeing a commercial or seeing something before they commit and buy. And so if they're constantly like, man, this girl, and I had that happen when I was going to Diamond. I'm 12 orders away. I'm 10 orders away. I'm whatever number away. They were like, dang, she's getting closer. I think I'm going to help her out. I think I'm going to help her out. Sometimes whenever I'm pushing for like tier 2s even, I'd be like, my new girl is pushing for her first goal. She's 1 customer away. Would anybody like to help me be a blessing to her? You can even do that for your team. If you have some people that are trying to get 400 boxes, do that. People love to be a blessing to others. And I literally will have people message me off of those stories and stuff and say, hey, I would love to help you help her. This is what I'm interested in. Give me some details. And I've had that happen before. So update your journey because they want to help you and they want to be a part of watching your journey grow. Okay. They want to be a part of it. And same thing whenever you're sharing it for your team, they want to be a part of something. So take them along for a journey. And the last thing I was going to leave you guys with is make sure that you are praying over your business every single day. Just like I told y'all last night, pray your customer or your distributors in and pray them out if it's not their time to go. Or if it's their time to go, that's okay. It's the same thing with customers. You need to pray them in. Okay. Every single time you get your potentials list wrote down every single night, even if nobody bought, I want you to right then grab that list and pray over them. Thank you, God, for sending me this potential list. I pray that whenever it's their time, you let me be the one that helps them start to feel more confident in their skin. Love the way that they look, be able to fit in that jeans, be able to help her get ready for her wedding this in a couple months. Whatever, pray over them and speak life over those orders coming true. And then whenever you get an order, I don't care if you're in the middle of Walmart, okay, stop right there in the middle of Walmart when that order comes through and say, thank you, God, for this order. Thank him for providing for your family. Okay, because we have to show that we're grateful for it at the end of the day. And the more that you are giving him the glory and you're praying over these things and you're making sure that you're like, he provided again, and being loud about that and, privately thanking him as well, the more harvest he's going to give. But that's kind of like going back to parenting. If I'm giving my kids something and they're so selfish as not to even tell me thank you, I'm going to stop giving them stuff eventually. Like, I'm going to be like, you going to say thank you or something, or you're not getting another cookie. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. And it's the same way with him. We're his kids. And so why would he keep blessing us and giving us things if we're not even thankful for it and we're not taking care of it? So take care of your customers and thank him for what you have. And I promise you, if you'll start putting him at the forefront of your business, and I don't know what people's religions are on here, that's none of my business, but I'm telling you what I believe. And if you will start putting him at the forefront of your business when it comes to not just your team, not just your leadership, but also as far as your customers and the financial growth part of it, your business will start to flourish like you never thought it could before. Okay. He can do big things, but you have to show him that you're deserving of big things. And that you're going to be a good steward. So anyways, Terry, do you have anything else you want to add?
I know this is gonna be a later conversation, but I just want, like, it just came down on me. I remember when I was like, I want to go diamond, and they're like, oh, we're going on a diamond run. I'm like, I'm going. I want to go diamond too. I was like, I'm going diamond. I didn't even know what the heck it took to go diamond. I honestly didn't even know what I needed as in distributors, as in customers, as in volume to go diamond. And so I think we just need to go back, and this is gonna be kind of your little homework, I guess. Look at the Ruby chart and know what you need. And props to anyone who can unmute right now and tell us what it takes to go Ruby. Like, do y'all know how many 400 boxes, how much volume? Does anyone know? Because I can give you quick clarity on that.
No, 2 of these girls on here better be raising their hand. Right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Both of you.
Christine, it might be a little new for you because we haven't, really gone too much into that. But I'm just saying, okay.
I got you. Real quick, let me do it.
Go, yeah. Your time to shine.
Huh?
It's your time to shine. Tell us, girl.
I'll try it. Anyway, you need 3 DTs, and each of them have to have 400 BV or group, BV to be a Ruby. And then their total has to be 2,000 between everybody.
Yes, between you and those 3, 2,000 and volume. And that's like 2,000.
You have to be commission qualified. So you have to have 150 under you or an auto ship of 80 BV.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys, I feel like, and I'm just gonna be a little bold with the commission qualified thing, okay? Because I've been there where I couldn't afford the product and I just try to get customer orders so that it can make me commission qualified. But let me just tell you that when you can move your customers to help with your promotion and your team's promotions, you're gonna want to run an auto shipment. You're gonna want to run a personal product order of your own, so that then whenever you're enrolling customers, you can be like, okay, this customer is gonna be placed here, here, here to help with the 400 boxes, okay? And you don't have to be just hoarding them to yourself because you can't afford to buy the product for their auto shipment. Because then at the end, it'll all pay off. It all pays off. Okay, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know, print out a Ruby chart. Okay, if you're not yet Ruby, print out a Ruby chart. Even if you're trying to re-rank to Ruby, Becca and I were like, okay, let's start with our executive chart and our Ruby chart, and we're gonna build this strong. Like we're gonna keep going from there. We're just gonna start off fresh and weed out the people that are no longer really working. People that are just taking up, it sounds bad, but the people that God has blessed out of our business, okay? So you just have to look at the chart and know what it takes. Because then you're like, okay, these are the people I have on my chart. And whenever I enroll customers, which is what we're talking about, whenever we're enrolling customers, how much volume was this order? Okay, this is what my Ruby chart looks like. It looks like this person needs 200 in volume. Let me put it there. I'm going to move it there. Okay, but also just remember, nobody is, how can I say this without it sounding bad? We as leaders don't have to put anyone under you, okay? We don't have to place any customers, any distributors under you. We do it because we want to help and because we care and because it's easier when we're all working together. Baby girl, I'm on a Zoom. Okay, we're almost done. But just look at your Ruby chart and know what you need. I'll be back.
No, you're good. So yeah, that's really all that I had, unless Terry has something else to add. But y'all go get all the customers. Do all the things, pull out the stops, stop having glass ceilings that you're not willing to break through. If they're not answering you, pick up the phone and try to call them. Try to get it going again. Stop stopping at no. Get them to at least put up a host post for you. Stop forgetting to follow up with people because you're letting them fall through the cracks, and start thanking him for everything that comes into your business. Okay. So that's all I have for tonight. If y'all have questions, I'm going to give you all a second to drop them in the chat so we can answer anything customer related. If not, then we are going to hop off of here and we're done. So thank you guys for hopping on. Oh, wait. Let me take a picture of who else on here real quick so I can write y'all down because I'm one-handed. I got to maybe on the top. Okay, I got y'all's picture, so I'll write y'all down. So y'all are in the drawing. Okay, guys, I didn't see any questions, so I will talk to y'all later. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow's spirit night? I can't remember. Oh, Wednesday. Wednesdays we wear pink. Okay.
So we're wearing pink tomorrow.
Wear pink tomorrow, and we will see you guys back here at the same time on the same Zoom ID. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.